Welcome back to Buzzworthy Businesses, where we highlight business leaders making an impact both locally and worldwide. I'm Morgan Young, and today I'm joined by David Permenter with Generation Media.
Nice
David,
to see you, Morgan.
Great to
Pleasure
see you.
as always.
Yes. So, David, one quick question for you.
Sure.
How do you define success?
How do I define success? Well, that's catching me a little off guard, but off the cuff, I would have to say success for me is healthy children, healthy marriage, food on the table, financial security. I call this success, and these are the things I strive for in my life.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I love to hear it.
Thank you.
Well, without further ado, will you introduce our guest today?
Certainly will. I'd like to introduce DJ Remark, who is the owner of Bloodscribe Creations. Tell us a little bit about you, about your business. What is it exactly that you do in the horror realm?
Well, we produce horror movies here and short films and anything that has to do with genre media we do, and we do it right here in Jacksonville. And we are our philosophy is character-driven stories. So that's what we really like to tell through that vehicle of horror. We just finished our first feature film last April,
awesome.
And it's in the final stages of post-production right now, which is scoring, sound design, and coloring, and then hopefully we're getting an October release this year. So
congratulations!
Thank you.
Yes,
Wow.
my fingers are crossed for you.
Yeah.
Well, I heard you're pretty dang good at this too. You just won an award. Will you tell us about it?
Yes. So I am a member of the Chamber of Commerce here in Jacksonville, and they have their Small Business Leader of the Year award. And I was awarded Small Business Leader of the Year for the Downtown Council.
Yay! Congratulations!
And, thank you.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
it's very it's nice because it for me and for the community, it shows that Jacksonville is ready to embrace film and entertainment, which is
And people are paying attention to you.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. So so I think it's really nice. It's been great to be a member of that organization, and so that's what it is. And it's fun to talk about.
Well, what in the world brought you to horror as a genre?
I've always been a weird kid. And
Makes for good adults.
Yeah, and I was always just kind of into the spooky elements of things. I remember one of my earliest memories is when one of my family's first computers, they had like MS Paint, and I would draw like ghosts and graveyards in paint, and that would because I was into it. But I never saw my first horror movie until I was 16. From then on, it's just the rest is history. I was really intrigued by how they did all of the special effects. And so anytime I could get my hands on a DVD or, some kind of behind the scenes stuff, I would study it like it was like my Bible. And I would study that. And that's really I just fell more and more in love with that. And I like how horror is a great vehicle to tell stories. You can tell a story about anything. And the horror genre blends in with every other genre of film. Mm-hmm. You have horror comedy, you
romance.
Have sci-fi, you definitely have horror romance. There's some great romance horror movies out there. And it's so much fun. It's just such a fun project to take on as a horror project. And you'd be surprised how many people ask me if they can die in a movie.
I bet. That's so fun. What's your favorite part about directing horror films?
Oh, seeing everything come together. Mm-hmm. Just being able to organize everybody and see, what they can do and try to communicate, my vision for what the scene is or what the film's supposed to look like, and seeing that really play out on screen and really playing with what we can do. One of the core philosophies of Bloodscribe is practical effects. So we do all of our special effects are practical, squibs, prosthetics, stuff like that. Everything. So a squib is a industry term for a blast of air, essentially. And so if you are doing, say somebody gets shot, like in an action movie, and you have like a blood spurt, that's a squib.
Oh.
And so that's what that's called. It's just real fun to make them, because you can do DIY squibs and stuff like that, and it's just a lot of fun.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Well, as I understand from our conversation prior to the segment, all of your actors are Jacksonville. Your team is Jacksonville based. You're not bringing in outside actors. What's the talent pool like? What's the talent pool like here? Are there others doing what you do in this market?
There are, and there's a growing pool of filmmakers here. We actually have two. Jacksonville participates very largely in the 48-hour film project and the LOL, which is Love Our Locals Jacksonville Film Festival, and so you get a lot of people participating in that, and there's a growing pool of people. The more that we do in Jacksonville and the more that Jacksonville recognizes that there is talent here and helps to foster that, the more we'll see. So yeah, we try to get all of our crew, all of our cast, and all of our locations, we try to stay right here in Jacksonville to really show off the city. I mean, there's great locations here. You don't need to go into a studio if you want to find something here.
And I think everybody watching a movie loves to see their local environment. Oh, we go there, or I live down the street from there. That does add a little extra something to a movie for me.
Yeah. Yeah, and you can see very iconic locations. It's funny in the movie that we're releasing, The Hellgate. There's a couple of scenes that happen in a cave, and Florida's not known for its cavernous regions, so we had to build a cave set inside of a warehouse right in Riverside. Wow. So there's a bunch of pictures online. If you go to our Instagram, you can see pictures and videos of the cave set being built, the finished product, and we did it Riverside warehouse.
Oh, cool.
We rented it out and built our own cave.
Wow.
So,
what are you going to do with the cave once you're done?
Oh, it's down.
It's down.
It gets tore down. Yeah.
Okay.
Blow it up.
Yeah. And the tear down process is almost as fun as the it's probably more fun than the build up.
The demolition.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, thank you so much for your time and for coming on the show. We appreciate you.
Sure thing. Thanks for having me.
Yes, and David, thank you.
Absolutely. And how can people find more information?
You can go to our website, bloodscribecreations.com. If you're interested in seeing some short films and some stuff that we've done, our YouTube channel is Bloodscribe Creations, and then we're on Instagram and Facebook as Bloodscribe Creations.
Fantastic.
That's where we
are.
Awesome.
Easy enough.
Yeah.
Well, viewers, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Buzzworthy Businesses. If you want more information, you heard him, and you can also find us on dailynewsnetwork.com. We'll see you in the next episode of Buzzworthy Businesses.